I often wonder and think if I was doing my career again, how I would approach it. I'd love to be 22 years of age and going at my career again, knowing what I know now. Trackman would be a huge part of what I would do, along with a coach and an expert on Trackman. And that coach would have to be an expert in Trackman. Certainly keep my swing within certain parameters and not become obsessed about certain positions in my golf swing. And the first thing I would do was identify what my DNA is as a golfer. What are my characteristics of my good shots? What numbers does Trackman produce when I hit a good shot? That's my DNA. That's my DNA as a swinger of the golf club. These characteristics produce the ball flight that I want to do. Now I would take that and I would wrap that up and I would not deviate away from that. And I would just become better and better and better at producing this ball flight based on these characteristics. If Trackman was showing me a red flag that I was maybe still getting the ball flight, but I was getting it in a different way, that would be a red flag for me, because I would want to go back into what my DNA is. And I look back over all the players I played with in my career, and lucky to play with some of the greats of not just European golf, world golf, and obviously Tiger being by far the greatest golfer of my era. But the one guy who I really admire, I look back now and I think he did it right, and that's Monty. Monty hit a baby fade, and that's what he did. He didn't have a huge amount of club head speed, but it was repetitive. He never deviated away from what he did. He just got better and better and better at his DNA, about who he was. He got to know himself very quickly and very early about who he was as a golfer, what it took for him to play well, and what he had to do technically to produce the ball flight he did. And he never tried to do anything different. He never tried to hit a big draw. He never tried to go for more distance, and he just got better and better at what he did. And that for me is the fundamental that I think all young players should be looking at. It's great to look at the Dustin Johnsons and the Rory McIlroys, and it's great to look at the Tiger Woods, but we're not all blessed that way. A lot of us are a lot more blessed along the Monty way in terms of, not being able to dominate a golf course the way those big players, those big hitters do. So for me, Monty is a great example. Identify your DNA, see what it is, see what those numbers are on Trackman, and replicate that over and over and over. You can never get too good at it. Not just your swing, but dialing in the numbers as well.